The map today is a little bit spoofy, and by spoofy, I mean that all the planes and tankers that are taking off are going all over the place. We've had people say that they live in Iraq and that the GPS is showing that they live in all places in Ceuta, which is the place where the Moroccan immigrants just invaded and took over. So intense GPS jamming and spoofing is happening all over the place. All these tankers right now taking off from Israeli and US bases are immediately turning off their transponders. The ones that we do see in the air are very few. Most of the tankers over the air of the Middle East at the moment are not able to be seen, which is another indicator that something is about to happen. Another indicator that something is about to happen. Armin, did you see last night that another two ships were hit by the Islamic Republic of Iran? These two ships were hit here. I'll show you guys this. So last night, right again off the coast of Sirik, the narrowest point of the Strait of Hormuz, and the southern corridor, which the United States and Oman have established, was the first ship to get hit. And it looks like they didn't even let the other ship get through as well, because the second ship was also taking the same path, just a little bit further along, and it was also hit. Here is the interesting piece of news about these two particular ships. So one of them was a liquid natural gas carrier from Qatar. Here's what's interesting about it. So that ship is owned by a company called Gaslog. Gaslog just had another one of its ship hit last week. So this company is probably down in the dumps at the moment. No one's really happy, or the investors are probably not very happy about the business or the safety of this company here. That's the second ship in 2 weeks, so it's not looking too good for them in particular. Armin, what about the price, the cost of doing business? What are people going to say when they want to come back and do business here? I mean, prices are high. There's going to be a toll, maybe even a percentage of their ship's worth in terms of insurance. Now it's 9%. It's very expensive, isn't it? Oh, you're muted.
Sam, this entire region is not what it used to be anymore, and it will never be. Like trade, investment, tourism, construction, technology, oil industry. This whole area is not at all good for any form of business relative to how people perceived it until the Islamic Republic is gone. The entire business model of this entire region is now seen as way, 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 way more riskier than ever before. And risk is something that investors take into account. You better believe that they take that into account in when it comes to the valuations of how they value everything in that region, and everything is being discounted at a much much higher rate than before given the risk factor. And all of these countries around that region, all the business model that they have spent decades on building is now being questioned, and it will never come back unless the Islamic Republic is gone.
Correct. And here's the problem with the oil. So not only is the United States' oil reserves going pretty dangerously low, the lowest they've been in 40 years, but China is deciding to ramp up its pressure on the United States. So what they actually decided to do was they are upping their demand for oil, and they're buying a ton of it. What that is going to do is going to support the oil prices being higher. China wants oil prices higher at the moment to put pressure temporarily on the United States. So they're buying up as much as they possibly can, encouraging oil exporters to sell high. And that is going to put a ton of pressure on the United States here, who's been trying to get ships throughout the Strait of Hormuz and night, and has been largely successful. But I mean, we just saw another two ships hit. Seeing China put some pressure on there. Uh, not too much, there's not too much confidence in the ability of keeping oil prices too low. So it does, yeah, we do have, so Chinese petrochemical outputs are about to kick off. They're actually buying a ton of crude oil off the oceans, and the refineries are getting very active once again. They could have kept their demand low. I mean, they preemptively lowered their demand for oil, and they managed to survive this oil crisis. But it looks like right now they're choosing to go on the offensive, which might leave a little bit of room open for some counteroffensive there. So let's take a look at what the Bahraini um, military decided to post a 10-second clip in conjunction with the United States military. This. It's a cool little nighttime amphibious. I don't know why they chose to edit it, but
Who posted
regardless, we
this?
can see here Bahrain in conjunction with the United States of America. They had a joint meeting. I think we showed you guys that yesterday. And it looks like the day after, they decided to post this. So each one of these carriers, I don't know why it's so small, but each one of those personnel carriers can actually carry 13 troops. And on land, they can go 100 kilometers an hour. On sea, they can go 11 kilometers an hour. And they're very durable. I mean, you can probably hit a mine with those things and they'll be fine. So looks like they're just showcasing some of their threats. Again, I don't know why it's so small. Sorry, guys. But we got that warning from the Bahrainians, and we got a warning from the United States government. United States government has once again put another security alert for the Middle East. 2 days. So this is going to be on the top right. You can see the 1st of August. Security alert for all of the countries that the United States has citizens, embassies, and etc. So all U.S. citizens in the Middle East should depart now when flights are available. Do not delay departure. Conditions could deteriorate with little or no warning. To be distributed to all U.S. missions in the Middle East. Gotcha. So that would be all of these countries over here. Got everywhere from the UAE to, yeah, Iraq, Egypt even. So if you notice, Egypt is actually included in here. What do you think about Egypt? I mean, Egypt is pretty far away, but let me give you guys a bit of
Egypt was
context.
attacked.
Egypt
Egypt was attacked.
did confirm that this was the Islamic Republic. They confirmed that it was because of the Islamic Republic that that drone struck them. They confirmed that today.
Yeah. Where it's spreading like cancer. This is why you should have taken out the tumor before it spread. Before it spread that, you got an early diagnosis and you saw the tumor, so you should have taken it out earlier before it spread, and it's spreading now.
I actually don't like the fact that more countries are being added onto this. What's your thoughts
Because
on
that
the
would
more
give,
countries that are, yeah.
the Islamic Republic is really eagerly interested in spreading it to more countries because they think that they will get more pressure points because there will be more poking areas. We're getting
Yeah.
three waterways now, 2 straits and a canal,
Yeah.
Hormuz, Bab el Mandab, and now we're going for Suez. By the way, they didn't
And I
talk
don't
about Suez. Unlike what people are saying, they never talked about Suez until now. This is new.
and I don't like this because I keep saying this, but every country has their own objectives. If you guys take a look at the second country on this list, it's Qatar. Qatar has an interest to keep the Islamic Republic in power. Most of
Ah,
these countries,
oh
they do.
yes,
Qatar
yes. You know
absolutely
why?
does. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Okay, definitely yes, because of the gas fields over there that the Islamic Republic is incapable of extracting gas from, which basically makes it all left. Guys, there's a south part, like a gas field over there, that half of it belongs to Qatar and half of it belongs to Iran, and they kind of connected. And Qatar has so much technology to extract gas from there, and the Islamic Republic doesn't. So basically, the weaker Iran is, the more money Qatar makes from gas, because all of that gas is left for Qatar, right? So that is that what you had in mind?
Exactly.
Right. So that's true. However, this whole being bombed and whole crazy like instability in the Middle East and closing of the Strait of Hormuz and people looking elsewhere for tourism and investment, because gas could only get you so far. At some point, you need diversification, and you're not going to be able to diversify with the Islamic Republic shooting missiles at you. So this whole
True.
region being this messy is not good at all for anybody. I think Qatar is a combination of three factors. The gas is good. That's good for the Islamic Republic being in charge makes Qatar happy because they get more gas. The negative is, chaos in the region. We don't like that. But I think the third element is the most important. They're just scared of the Islamic Republic being mean to them, because right now you get some missiles. If they turn against the Islamic Republic, Qatar doesn't want that. They're just scared. They're just like they don't want to be bullied by the Islamic Republic. I think that's the most important factor.
Yeah, and that's why they didn't try to mediate and lower tensions. Speaking of decreasing tensions, we had some interesting calls by the foreign minister of the Islamic Republic today, with our first one coming from the Islamic Republic of Iran to Turkey and Pakistan at the same time. The Islamic Republic has posted this themselves, saying that yes, our foreign minister Arakci spoke with Asim Munir and Hakan Fidan, the foreign minister of Turkey, and we urged some last minute de escalation attempts. What this means is that the United States, indirectly through Turkey and Pakistan, is trying to deliver their final terms, or even vice versa. The Islamic Republic is trying to give their final pleas to stop to the US mediators here. That just happened a couple hours ago, so it seems like the decision to strike has not been yet made fully. And it looks like a lot of people are still saying that these calls between the Islamic Republic and Turkey and Pakistan are still ongoing. They're calling each other pretty much nonstop. In addition to that, looks like Arakci also called the foreign minister of Saudi Arabia as well today. What could they be talking about? What is Arakci talking to all these different countries about at last second, in your opinion?
Stay the F out of this war or there will be consequences. And I'm not saying that. There's a whole bunch of crazy jihadi people that I cannot control. That there's so I think the understanding is that we're heading towards war, and President Trump wants these people participating, right?
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
Islamic Republic wants to threaten them, but they're sending the good cop, warning them about the bad cop back at home.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine Adochi would say something like, "Hey guys, we can't really guarantee what happens in this war if you let the US use your bases or if you join in. We're just not
Participate.
really sure, if we hit your infrastructure, it might happen. We can't guarantee it." It's probably the language being used in these calls. So, let me give you a quick update on the tankers here. So, right. All right. Here we go. Multiple internet monitoring accounts on X are reporting multiple internet outages in Iran. So let's start from the top to bottom. We have internet outages, severe outages in Tabriz, the northwest of Iran, in the Gilan province along the coast of the Caspian Sea, where the Russian weapon shipment was struck here. That area is also being internet outaged. And then we actually go down to here in this area as well. There's heavy internet outages. Let me double check if there's anything new here.
Explain
That's all
why
we
that is
see.
significant. Explain why internet outages are significant.
Internet outages do not allow the world to see what atrocities the Islamic Republic commits on its own citizens, as well as allowing the Islamic Republic to control any sort of narrative that may be coming out. If the people themselves cannot show you the truth, the Islamic Republic will try to.
What about GPS outages? What does that mean?
GPS jamming largely indicates that whatever country is GPS jamming doesn't want Shahid drones or used, and the inputs of a Shahid drone are GPS. You put the GPS coordinate in the Shahid drone. It's a one-way attack drone. You can't really change it midair or anything. It just goes, hits the target. GPS jam it. Shahid drone misses. Very smart. Very smart.
How do you respond to this? Finds Trust is saying every time Trump posts threats on Truth Social equals nothing will happen. SHIT deal, ceasefire incoming. What do you think?
I think that at the end of the day, the strikes are going to happen. It's really just a matter of time. And there is a possibility, just like every other time that we've seen, tomorrow, Trump comes out, big paragraph, request of, Pakistan, Turkey, Saudi Arabia. It turns out that we now have made the right deal with the right people and they show promise. That can always happen. Which is why I'm saying, and here's the thing, even when the strikes happen, guys, we have to see what they're hitting. It doesn't matter if the strikes happen or not. It's how intense are they? Who or what are they hitting? That's going to reveal the real pressure, and are they going to go to the negotiating table right now or not? But interesting part, Armin. So the internet outages are actually in the areas where potential land invasions can occur. I mean, when this part of Iran was susceptible to a land invasion in the Iran-Iraq war, now is subject to an internet outage. This part as well along the coast here. And what's interesting about that is that you guys can see I have 2 points here, one in Turkmenistan and one in Georgia. Armin, take a guess at what happened in these countries today. Something
What?
rare, something very rare and unprecedented. We had, I got to make that one bigger for you guys. We had a KC-135 and a C-130 Hercules come out of Ramstein, which is the U.S. base in Germany, and go straight to Tbilisi in Georgia. This only carries military equipment, and that's raising some questions as to how many countries here are going to get involved. Do you think we can see some countries that we didn't previously expect, that are out of the spotlight, their secrets, be possibly entered into this war as well, like Azerbaijan or Armenia, Georgia even?
Oh, Azerbaijan for sure. For sure, Azerbaijan. Yes. I mean, Azerbaijan is an Israeli ally, and the Islamic Republic has been like, I'm saying Azerbaijan for sure as a potential, like very, very big candidate. I mean,
They would
Azerbaijan and
love
Israel
nothing. Yeah.
are kind of like in a romantic relationship. So yes, because Azerbaijan is, the UAE and Azerbaijan is Israel showing up at the borders of Iran. Iran wanted to, for decades, the Islamic Republic built a crescent, the Shia crescent, trying to get closer to surround Israel and Saudi Arabia. And now Israel managed to find ways to completely destroy that crescent. And instead of having the Islamic Republic at their border, they're showing up at the Islamic Republic's border through Azerbaijan and the UAE. So there you go.
Yeah. If Azerbaijan wanted to at the moment to invade with troops and take a part of Iran, it could. I don't think the Islamic Republic could stop them right now, to be honest with you. And that's my largest fear, is that every country here has their own objective, might want to take a piece of Iran for themselves.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.